Whoa. Hey, everyone. A bit of background there. Welcome. Thanks, everyone, for being here. And hey, Stylesy, g'day, mate. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. This is just a test stream. Hopefully, I should have that going. Captions. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for being here. I'm just going to, I'm playing around with the camera setup and lighting and all that sort of stuff. So I'll switch over. Hey, Roger. Thanks for being here, guys. You guys didn't have to come in. It's just mucking around just to see how things go. I've got the two wireless mics on at the moment just to see how that sounds on playback. Obviously on the computer here, but I'm going to switch things around and we'll go over. There we go. So that camera, actually, let's swap things back. So that view from that camera is coming from that one up there that's mounted on the lathe. So I've got that zoomed in over onto the milling machine on my left here. Yeah, my left. And then I can swap views like this, and hopefully the audio, you can still hear me in the audio because I've swapped the cameras over, I've switched cameras. So that camera is just on my left. Unfortunately, I've got these borders around there, and I just, no matter, I've gone through all the settings, I just can't seem to work out what I'm doing. It is what it is. It's just first world problems. So let's go back to there. Right, so that thing in front of you on the screen is a dial indicator. It's a very accurate tool for measuring trueness. So what I'm doing, I'll just pan back a bit on the camera. Oops. Tele wide. How's that? Go back a bit further. And you can see that it's on a, well, you can't quite see. Hang on, let me change views. There we go. Where are we? Right, another light. Let's put some light on the subject. Here we go. Righto, that's better. Look at that lighting. So that there is a magnetic base, and that's mounted on a flexible arm, and I can lock that in place. And in fact, I'll put that there. See how light that, what does that look like? Oh, that's pretty good. Obviously I need some more lighting around the place. So that's against, this is the vise, this is the fixed jaw. So I'm lining this up against the back of the milling machine. That stays permanent, that's always. So when the cutter, when you take a cut or put a piece of metal in here, everything's in line. If you don't do that, you'll get misalignment and all that sort of wonderful stuff. So we'll switch back over to the other camera. Hope you guys can hear me all right. Can you just, if you wouldn't mind, just let me know, yes or no. So I'll zoom back in, like so. Righto. Now, I'll move this, I'll run this across here. You'll see that move slightly. Well, you may not see it. Righto, so it's only moved, that's indicating a few hundreds of a millimetre. That's it, Peter. Peter's on the money. G'day, Pete. Thanks for being here, mate. Just doing some live testing here. Yeah, mate. I did actually do a fair bit off camera. So that's within a couple of hundreds at the most. So it's really spot on. So we'll leave it at that. And Let's go wide view over here. Let's go right out and see what it looks like. There you go. There's the milling machine there. So I'll take this off. Actually, it's all off. Righto. So this lovely little device, that's here. There you go. That's what it looks like. On the way. This is a precision dial indicator made by, where are we? What is that? There we go, that's better. Made by the Mitutoyo Corporation. Very well known for making high quality instruments for the industry. I've had this for quite a while now, and Mitutoyo, very proud. I've had their products for a long time. Comes in this nice little case. I'll put that there. Little sleeve, obviously. And then it goes in this case, and it comes with a certificate. It's all in Japanese. I don't read Japanese. What's it doing there? But anyway, they make good stuff. They've been around for a long time, and it's just beautiful equipment to work with. Just good quality tooling. Goes back in its box, like so. Back in its sleeve and back in the drawer over here. Thanks, Peter. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Been pretty full on. So the dial indicator's just on a pole. Oh, that's the pole there. I can undo this, and I can put it in whatever angle I want. Not that angle, that's for sure. Right. Now, next, actually, no, I want that drawer. Yes. So the next step, this is the workpiece here. I just got to, it's a little bit overkill what I'm doing, to tell you the truth. I don't have to do it in the milling machine. I just want, no, they're not big enough. I haven't touched the milling machine in ages, so I've given it a clean up. I actually haven't run it at all. What's that going to look like? Yeah. These things here are precision ground pieces of metal. They're called parallel strips. So your workpiece sits on them in the vise. Let's flick over cameras. Oh, press button to activate movie shooting. All right, well. Oh, there we go. Our lines are back again. So we're on the shut down. So we're on the other camera, but you can still hear me fine. So I'm going to put the workpiece, instead of putting it in the center, I'm just going to put it to one side. Now to make sure everything's sitting down properly. Yeah, they sure are, Peter. Mitutoyo is some of the best. When you put something in a vise, it doesn't always sit down properly. So, what was that? So I'm using a soft-faced hammer to make it sit down properly. It's got a bit of lead shot, so it gives you a bit more thud. I do have a copper hammer, but I'm still a bit disorganised. And this is the chuck that I'm going to use to hold the cutter. And that was well right up. Right, I've got to tighten that in place. Put that there. I'm going to lock the quill up so it doesn't move. Milling machine, this is a universal milling machine, so you can use it for drilling, milling. Milling is taking a cutter like this. It has inserts on it, and you can face across the top. We can go this way. We can have a standard chuck in here, and use it to drill holes. So it's quite the versatile machine. Now, where is right? That's it. That's what I want. Looking for the handle to bring up the table, and we'll move the table over. This is power driven. So like I said, it has been quite a while since I've used this. I'm going to have to make an adjustment. Right, let's get a cutter in there. Let's reposition the camera. And there's a reason why I think I'm going to have to take that out. This one here is going to be in the way. Right, let's take that out. That just unscrews. I've got two more to use. Cutter. 16mm diameter cutter. 20 will do. It's a bit long for what I want to do. I just want a short one. Right, that's the problem with they're all long ones. Right, that'll do. That'll get me out of trouble. I just want to take a clean-up cut. Often when you're doing this sort of thing, you're talking to yourself. So this is the cutter. And it's probably not going to focus. Right, so it goes into there like so, and I'll do that up. Right, I need my C-spanner. C-spanner is exactly what it is. It's in the shape of the C, and that'll lock it into place. There it is, where I left it. So this little guy here we go. And I'll use my, I've got a brass hammer I brought the other day. This is a Tool Pro. Let's get, it says it's a genuine American hickory. So I'll put that on there, and I'll just tighten that up. Like so. So I've got a place, pretty well a place for everything and everything for a place, so to speak. Yep, so I'm away from the computer, so I'll just drop back and just check out. Yeah, Peter. Right, now, So the table is all the way out, and I need to set the head back. Right. Hang on. You can't see that. Let's zoom right out. There we go. Zoom right out and just this handle here, this milling setup is adjustable, so I can undo these and I can move that back to the desired location. So I'm just going to bring the tool back past here. So we got plenty of room to move. Let me walk around. And I'll take this back to where I want it, and I'll lock it back up again. It sounds like Evel Knievel's riding around on his motorbike. I don't know whether you guys can hear that or not. Right, so that's in place, that's locked in place. So I'm just putting this back on the, so I can raise the table. And I want enough so, right, let's see if this, I haven't, like I said, I haven't, I'm going to give this a run. It might be a little bit noisy. No, it's not too bad. It's probably running a little slow. So I need to change the speed. Up in here, there's a set of V-belts where I can change the speed. It's a bit dark to see. You'll just have to take my word for it. Grab a spanner and undo a nut and just change the speed on the V-belts, on the V-belt drive. Right, now, it's quite dirty in there when you touch those V-belts, so I'm going to throw my gloves on. No, Peter, it won't upset the tram. Because I've setting the tram is for the back of it, not, you know, I can recheck it. I probably need to check the what's the name? The whole setup. Well, it's definitely, it's really, I mean, for what I do, it's good enough. Actually, I should have changed. Let's change camera angles. There we go. You can see probably a bit better what's going on. You'll still see me getting in there. For this job, Peter, it'll be fine. But I do understand what you're saying. If I was doing a big surface area, I'd definitely have the dial indicator set up on here and check the tram that way. Right, so that's on. Down to 2. Righto. I hope you got your computer sorted out, Peter. I believe you haven't, because we missed you the other night on Emma's live stream. No, no, not much looseness at all in the gibs. I haven't, because of me, you know, I'm only using this at home. It's not being used every day. You know, it hasn't had It hasn't had a flogging, so it's pretty good actually. So I'll just take a cut across there and just clean up that face. That's running a bit better. So I'm just going to touch right, let's change angles. There we go, that's a bit better. I'll get a bit closer in. Should focus all right. So I'm just going to touch. Let's zero everything. So what I'm doing right now is just taking a cut across the face. Oh. Does help with me handle comes unscrewed. Right. Don't you love it when your handle comes unscrewed? Just run that back across there. Clean that up. Right. Well, that's nice and square now. Just a bit disappointing that the handle was coming off, but I better grab a spanner and fix that up. It's a bit bright, isn't it? There we go, not as bright. I've got to put that one on charge. That's too big, of course. Over to the ute. I'll be back in a second, folks. Let's go to the wider angle. There we go. I'll go over to the ute. I'll grab the old ratchet spanners, but they'll be the ideal ones to get in there because they're nice and thin. Do this handle up. So one thing that I am going to do, no, next one, 14, there we go. Right, I thought I had done that up. Right, let's give it a nice, let's check the others while we're here. Oh yeah, that's right, that one's, there's always something. Anyway, there you go, job done. Right. So this particular piece of metal that I'm working on, it's a little bit thick for what I'm going to do. It's going to be the new mount for the light on the milling machine, on the lathe, sorry. Right, so this is the old one. Here we go. It was on the carriage, but unfortunately it was in the way of where I've got this camera set up now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put it on. Let's switch. The old bait and switch. Undo that. There we go. We'll swap cameras again. Righto. Here we go. That's better. So where the camera is, oh, thanks, Peter. I really appreciate the feedback, mate. I really do. That's fantastic. Righto. So right here is where I'm gonna. It's gonna mount the light. So it'll just sort of sit up there on a piece of steel, and it'll still be able to move, you know, whatever way this thing moves. I'll weld it. I'll weld it on to the back here, and yeah, I'll just screw it in place. So now, what I'll do now is set up and drill some holes at some centers. So I'll drop that out. I'll leave that cutter in there, and I'll put the drilling attachment in. Sorry guys, I'm just thanks, mate. I really do appreciate it, Peter. Right. What am I doing here? I was mucking around with the cameras before and set up, so I was hoping to go live a little bit earlier or get more of this done than what I have. But hang on a second. Let's. Whoo! Look out! Oh, back over here now. Back to the mill. Righto. Let's leave it at this wide angle for the moment. Right. Usually, it's going to be more testing. What I'll do is I'll watch the replay and see how it looks. I do have the capability, or not quite yet. The software I'm using limits me to 720p. I would like to go 1080, but I have to pay for an upgrade, and I don't know whether I want to pay for that. I'm just in two minds yet, and of course I don't know whether it's going to be worth it or not. Might do. What do I want now? Right, center drill. Center field, center drill. And there's one over here. Righto. So it's a fairly small center drill. I'll show you. Yeah, that's it there. And further back. No. Anyway, it's just a very small diameter drill made for putting the center in a situation like this in a very precision way. It's a 2 mil diameter, this one. So what I'll do is I'll start there. Either way. Which way am I going to go? Right, just bear with me while I talk loudly to myself. 6-inch rule. I think I'm, that's it, 15 mil in from there, 15 and, that's a little bit less now, 15 and 15, that's it. So when I, smooth movement, what do you mean, Pete? And I'm going to put, I'm going to tap those holes M5, I think. Yep. M5, so that'll be 4.2 or 4mm drill. 444. 4. So these will be tapped. Yeah, that's on a tripod, so that's where I get that smooth movement from. Right, so I've got my drill. I'll have to get the tap. Don't need that. Sometimes talking to yourself while you're doing these sort of things is the best way to go. Not always. This is where I'll unlock the quill, bring that down. Unlock that. Righto, so I want to, all right, I want to touch that back edge first. Get my big buffy head out the way. Right, let's see how close I can get in with this. I know I can get in. It will take a little bit of time to focus. Hopefully it's going to focus. Yep. Let's get right in there. Now it's probably going to be focusing on the vise and not so much the drill, but you'll get the idea. Righto. Now you're going to see my head. So we'll go 16. So I'll just explain what I've done here. I'll just answer your Dickie knee has Miller. Yeah, it was pretty bad, was it? Yeah. Yeah, my head was getting in the way there. Sorry, Pete. And everyone else who's watching. Well, there's yourself and somebody else, probably Roger. Thanks for tuning in. So what I was doing is just finding the edge of the job on both the X and the Y axis. And I've come in 15mm, actually. The center drill is 2mm diameter. Half of that is 1mm. So I've come in 16, which is 15 from the edge on both sides. And it's pretty damn close to where I actually had it marked originally just by eye. So I'll do me first. Just take it nice and easy. Just put a little bit of oil on there. So what I'll do now is I can reset everything, and the distance between the holes is 60mm square. So I'll just now do that. I'll go 60. What you guys can't see, I'll switch over to the other camera. Switch back to the other camera. The milling machine is set up with a digital readout, so I have very accurate readings with the digital readout. It's basically a mini computer. It can do a lot of things using coordinates. It'll do metric, imperial, whatever you want. It's a handy bit of gear, actually. So we'll go back to drilling. I'll get a bit of oil on the brush here. So now I'll go over here. Once I drill the pilot hole here, I'll then swap over to the tapping size drill and drill the holes. Going back to my 0 mark. You'll see my hand get in the way there, but oh! And how did I know that was going to happen? Okay, so I broke the center drill. Yep, I sort of thought that was going to happen. These small ones don't take a lot to damage. So now I've got a broken bit of high-speed steel in that hole, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge to get that out. Righto. So the beauty about the digital readout, I can wind this back out here and have a play with it. To grab a bit of rag and clean that off and just see how much is stuck in there. Nothing like breaking off a nice piece of... now I'm ripping a piece of rag. I'm not ripping the pants or anything like that, but righto. So I'll just try and pick this out. This is what often happens in situations like this. I mean, the worst case scenario, I can always drill it out bigger and just put a bolt in there. So what I'll do is I'll try and smash that out with the automatic center punch. Now I don't know whether I've got that all out. Probably haven't. And oh, good on you. Right, that's something I'm going to have to change. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. We're back again. Yeah, you're right, Peter. The one place I used to work at, we used to have carbide center drills, and really we should only be using those for. I used to work at a place make carbon brushes, and you really only need, because carbon is so. What's that word I'm looking for? I'm going to have to find, here we go. There we go. I'm going to have to get some more LEDs on here. It's certainly making the job a lot better. Well, what I might do is I'll give that a go. I'm going to see how that drills. I don't think I'm going to have much. The other thing I can do is come from the backside and push it out. Maybe I should have put the, yeah, no, I won't do that. Right, let's do our first hole. We can do 3 of them anyway. 3, 2, right. And of course the drill grabbed and the chuck is spinning on the drill, so therefore I didn't really have this tight enough, which so what I'm doing here is just what they call pecking, where you drill a little bit, pull it out, let the swarf get out, and then you go again, a little bit more lubricant. I'm going to go back over to this other one, the first one I did. And looking at the digital readout, I can get it back on exactly where I need to. Oh, there we go. Right. Now, this will be interesting to see what happens here. It's pretty obvious here I didn't get it. Righto, so what I'll do is I'll back this out, bring it out. Hello, message on the phone. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. Okay, so I've just got a message from Emma. She's drawn up a nice 5-chime whistle. So that's fantastic. Righto. Sorry, I've got to take this off to read. So, yep, backside, yeah. Not long, stringy bastards, yeah. Yeah, I've told Emma I'm live anyway, so she might even pop in. Oh, God, I'm getting all sorts of... Yeah, she says she won't disturb, but... Right. Righto. So I'm going to brush all this away. So we've got our holes. What I can actually... I know what I'll do. I'll take that out. That camera is probably going to shut off again, even though it's in use. So before I... here's what I'll do. I'll put the countersinking tool in. I'll just take the burrs off. And then I'll swap it over. I'll pick up on one of the holes, and then I'll just drill from the backside and push it out. That'll work. Oh, that's nice and blunt, isn't it? So let me get back to 0. There we go. So I'll also I'll just flip him over and drill from the other side. I'll just pick up on a hole. This sort of thing's overkill. I could do this operation on just do it manually on the drill stand. Yeah, G. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely right. There's plenty of knobs here. That's for sure. Hang on a minute. There we go. Hey, look. Hang on. Here we go. There you go. Yep. 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 So, but like I said, it's been so long since I used the mill. I wanted to just have a bit of a play. Now there's still a burr on that bit of metal, so I'll take that off. While it's sitting in the vise. When doing this sort of work, should always take your burrs off because it's not just you that's going to handle it. It could be someone else. So you got to think of other people. And we know other people can't think for themselves, so sometimes you've got to do it for them, unfortunately. Now, I'll put the drill back in. This is a little trick you can do. Because I haven't changed anything, hopefully that camera's not going to turn off. And unfortunately, I can't get rid of those lines that are on the camera at the moment. Don't know why. I've done something, I can't turn it off. Right, 50, 60, right, go back. Right. And where am I going to go? Yep. So what I'm going to do is just use the not too much. Use a drill to get the position of the bit of steel. Come on. And I think I'm out by a little bit. Yeah. Because let's go there. That's better. That'll do. Okay, so I'm 1/2 mil out. Right. So there's always, in this situation, there's a slight difference. I don't know. If we're out a little bit, I can... Right, I'll put the center drill back in and drill a new hole. And this will be pushing it, that broken bit, on the back when it goes through. Now, for whatever reason, that seems to be wobbling about a bit too much for my liking. That's better. Take that out, put the drill in, and we'll just peck away at this slowly. Make sure we've got plenty of oil. There we go. Job done. Holy guacamole. Right, now, I probably shouldn't have undone that, but anyway, I have. Put the countersink tool back in, and I'll just countersink the backside just by hand. Ooh. There we have our 4 holes. I don't advise you doing what I just did. I shouldn't have done it myself. There you go, 4 holes. I'll just take another burr off the back side here. I'll just see what, I'll just take a peek at the screen. I'll see what the unruly people are doing in the chat. Nah, seriously. Peter's the only one. Ta-da, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, there's 4 people watching and I've almost been going an hour. Holy guacamole. This picture-in-picture view, it's all right. Unfortunately, I sort of can't get, well, actually, no. Yes, I can. No, I can't. If I take this picture-in-picture out, but mind you, I can swap around and here we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's good to see that. There we go. Ta-da. Oh, red colour. Where did we see that red colour? Did we see it last night? Time for TikTok, says G. No, I don't have TikTok. And Peter says, ta-da. Yeah, not quite. I just got to tap some holes. Got to tap some holes in it, which I'll do now. Yeah. Oh, well, I tell you what. At this stage, if anyone wants to come on, you can. You don't have to, but there's a link. You can have a chat while I'm doing stuff. It might add to the silliness that we do here sometimes. It is semi-professional. Can't believe I've got 4 people watching. I've got 1 on X. Unbelievable. It's Roger. Roger saying hi to the King Funkin' Hungry. I tell you what, oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Yeah, you've probably got got a few web pages, got a few things open, getting the numbers up. A kid in bed? A what? What do you mean by that, Pete? Oh, I'm not going to put that up. Well, there you go, G. I think Peter's talking about some naked aliens. We're not going to. No way. Too much information, Pete. I appreciate you being here and the support, but it's just too much information. Way too much. Oh my God. Shouldn't have gone down that road, but anyway, or the rabbit hole, or anyway. Keep your hands on the keyboard, Pete. I think. Right, so let's take these out. Which side do I want? That side. One's on that side. Oh, this is where I get to use now. I'll give that a wipe down. I'll change views. I'll go over to the bench. I can. I'll tell you what I can do. I'd be silly not to. In fact, I would be silly if I did. I should have left it in there and done it in there. That's what you normally do. You silly plonker. Right. What not to do? Well, let's line this back up again. Once you have it in the vise, you should leave it in there. That way you're not taking things out and doing silly things like I did. So I'll just line this up again with using the old drill method. And because I'm blind as a bat. Righto, let's swap. There we go. Tape over the cam. Okay, righto. I'm with you, Pete. Thanks, Roger, for being in the round table here and enjoying the silliness that I'm carrying on with right now. Let's zoom in here, let that focus. There we go, that's pretty damn good. So I'll just reset everything. So this is where now, ooh, bit of backdraft there that nobody wants to hear. Once again, too much information. It's always good practice. I know some people don't, but I like to put my tools away once I'm finished with them. That way I know where they are for next time. And I'm the silly plonker that uses them anyway. Nobody else uses my stuff. Prefer not to. Now it's time to find a tap. Now over here, put a gun. What's that one? M4. What's this one? M5. That's what I want. Righto. Now, this here, and too close. There it is. Go back. That's a tap. Not a water tap, but a tap to make a thread in a piece of steel. So I'm going to put it in the chuck here. This is a no-no because you can break taps this way. Plenty of oil. I'm going to make it go. And that's gone right through. Beautiful. Oh, 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 oh. And silly things like that happen because, right, so, because I only had it sitting in there, I didn't have it really tight in there, which I do now. Now, I was lucky I didn't break that tap. And we'll just wind him back out. Put him back in the chuck and do the next 4 holes. I didn't expect it to go all the way through, so it's a nice sharp tap. And I do have it going fairly fast. Sorry about that, folks. It's a bit... Oh, that reminds me. I better check the air compressor and make sure it's not turned on. Because nothing like early hours of the morning, the air compressor going... And being down in the house, I probably wouldn't hear it. So we'll just have a quick look at the compressor and make sure it's turned off. No, it's not. It's on auto. It's still holding air though, that's the main thing. Right. Put that back in there. Do that up. Righto, let's... So today was spent doing things around home. Oh, that should be all right. Righto, here we go. That's what we want. Yeah, lovely. That should be the way it should be. Now, there is a bit of forgiveness in these things. This is a nice brand new one. Here we go. Righto. Yep. Right, one to go. Here we go. There we are. Job done. Let's just make sure. Take that out. Get all the swarf off it. All the chips, depending on where you come from. Chippy swarfs. Those threads are all the way through. Beautiful. Right, let's go over to the other camera. Here we go. So that's it. Job done. They're fairly small, you can't see. And I'll swing this other camera around. And live camera view. Interesting note, I left this camera on all night the other night. So, right, so we're on the back here. So this is where that's going to go, like so. And I'll run some weld across there, probably just down the sides. And then the light, let's swing back around again, folks. Just bear with me. Oop, the beast's arm. There we go. What's happening in the chat here? So yeah, the mill makes square things. You need a lathe to make. Yeah, that's it. Makers might want to fix the focus. Yeah, thanks, Pete. Yeah, they're things I got to work on. That's why I'm doing this. It's all very much a work in progress, so I can see what's going on here. Holy guacamole! Wow. Thanks, everyone. We got 6 on X and 3 on YouTube. That's amazing. G'day, I'm Mark. I'm your host. This is my shed. I do live machining, restoring a steamroller. If you're over on X, give us a chat. Say hi. Let us know where you are, who you're from, wherever, if you like. Thanks for tuning in. This is no, I didn't know Mexican G. I had nothing. Oh, and that other camera's just shut down again. Right, I've got to do something about that. There's a few things I've got to work on. There we go. No, G, I didn't know Mexican. Somebody else might have had Mexican. So anyway, right. Oh, of course. That's the other thing I've got to do. I've got to drill a hole in the centre. And they look, beautiful. Right, so let's swap that back around. Throw that back over there. So, yeah, holy guacamole. Right. So I need another hole in there for the wire to go through. I forgot about that one. So we're going to put that back in there, but that's going to go on there. And then that plate will be welded on to the thing of the lathe. But I think I might leave it at that tonight, everyone. I did put the link in the chat if anybody wanted to come on and have a chin wag. Maybe it didn't turn up. Yeah, burning a ring of fire if you had Mexican. Oh, you had Mexican? No, did you have Mexican? No, I hadn't. No, I don't know. Interesting question, G. So anyway, everyone, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let's take out the captions and turn that off. Yep, that's gone. Go back into the chat. I'm using a platform called Restream.io. It's all software based, and yeah, so the old design studio, and we can go out with a nice little countdown timer. I think we'll leave it at that. This sort of thing will happen again. The more I do, the better I'm going to get. That's for sure. Or I'm just ironing out a few problems with cameras and setups and all that sort of stuff. Getting used to the software. They've just made some changes recently, which seem to be pretty good. Here we go, back in the chat. Yeah. It's amazing what happens when time flies. You get going on something and it takes you way longer than what you think. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. I do appreciate the support and the views and everything else. And we'll do this again some other time. Let's shoot out of here with a bit of funky countdown music and say goodnight. Cheers, everyone. Bye for now.